as we said, last night, just nothing. We got outplayed, really in two of the three phases for sure. I thought we competed hard in the kicking game, but we got we got to coach better, play better, compete better. There's a lot we can do better. I know our team's better than that, but we certainly didn't put it out there on the field yesterday. So we got a lot to improve on, and that's what we're going to do today.
Was there anything that you saw in practice that made you feel like
Nothing.
you could have a bad performance?
Nothing. And honestly, Q, I felt like we had a good week. I thought we were ready to go. Went out there and had the 3 and out, and then drive the ball down the field, have a chance to, take the lead early. And I didn't see anything like that, and we went on Friday and all that stuff, but there's none of that stuff's an excuse. I think just ultimately the game kind of snowballed on us, and as I said yesterday, when you lose control of kind of the line of scrimmage / the score, then the game always feels like you're playing it backwards or you're chasing, and that's basically what yesterday felt like.
What did you see from the team maybe after the game, just in terms of the reaction to how?
I mean, everybody, we all know that wasn't good enough. I didn't see anything different than what I've seen from them before. I think they're, when you get your butt kicked in the NFL, it doesn't feel good. But I know we have great leadership and great character and great resolve. And look, you have no choice. That's what you do. In this league, this is a hard league, and you're going to go through games, throughout the course of the season that don't taste good. And so yesterday left a terrible taste in all of our mouths. And it's the way to fix it is to work, and to go back to work and address the things that we need to do better.
How close, I guess, was Jimmy throughout the week, and you expect?
That's a medical thing, Adam. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't be able to put a percentage on that. I know he's doing fine, doing well, but that's something that they'll let us know exactly when when we're able to turn the corner. I'm hoping for this week, but I don't have clarification on that yet.
I know execution and penalties plays a big role in the offense, but does it feel like it just never has gotten started like it should with all the weapons that you guys have?
Yeah, Q, you're hitting it on the head. It's not one thing. We just we move the ball, and then we get bogged down with something, either miss a 3rd and short or there's a penalty here or there. Yesterday, we had a couple penalties and just didn't do very well on 3rd down for the first 2.5, 3 quarters of the game. And there's a lot of little things that go into those plays. A football game can be changed by the execution of 4 or 5 different plays. Pick any 4 or 5 different plays and you say, man, if we would have made this, if we would have made that. But at the end of the day, you did what you did, and we called what we called. And so whether it's a call you want to, choose differently, or an execution of a play or an assignment or whatever it might be, at the end of the day, we need to put together a performance that's representative of what we think we can be. And, we still are we're searching for that, and again, there's no shortcut to it. I think we've got to have 11 guys on every play trying to do the right thing, which I think we do. We got to have more execution on a consistent basis against, good teams. That's what it's going to require of us.
It's especially disappointing because you're coming off back-to-back wins and building something.
Yeah, again, it's disappointing. It would have been disappointing regardless, because like I said, I don't think we played representative to what we feel like we can be. So it's always disappointing when you lose in this league, no question about it. But yesterday, I just we've been competitive in most every game we've been in this year, and that one got away from us. And I feel like you are what you do, and so we didn't play competitive enough. We didn't coach well enough, and the game got away from us.
Coach, as it comes to the offense, how not only frustrating, obviously it's frustrating to not get it going with all the weapons you have, but how close do you think you are to actually kind of turning that corner?
Paul, I always think we're close. I watch this in practice very closely, and you see execution, you see good plays, you obviously see a lot of intentions, to do the right thing. I think we have the right mindset. I think we understand what we're trying to get done. You're right, we have a lot of good players. So, there's a fine line between not doing good enough and really doing well, and sometimes, like I said, it's 6 plays or 7, whatever it might be, you change the result, and the result, I'm not talking about, we break 19 tackles, and score a touchdown. We finish one block, and then all of a sudden it's a bigger play, or, we make a read or a protection adjustment or what have you, and it changes the result of the play. So, no, I don't, this is, football's a mysterious game sometimes, and I think our players, feel like we can do much better than what we've done. And that's what we got to continue to work towards, because I think if we actually achieve that and we get to where we want to be, I think that some of these games can feel a little different. Every game feels hard right now, whether we win or lose. They're all feeling the same way because we're kind of nip and tuck. It's, right down to the wire, or, yesterday's case, we just, we lose control of it there in the third and fourth quarter. But execution is really at the heart of all of anything that's being done well. Special teams, we're doing a decent job there, and it's showing, and we've done some good things defensively. We just, we're going to need to keep pushing offensively to try to find that place where we feel like we can get to.
Coach, you've
Yes.
previously talked about.
Go ahead, Paul. Sorry.
And then I guess from the quarterback standpoint, I guess on one side it's good that guys are getting experience, but on the other, how does that affect and hurt really the momentum and the chemistry you had
Yeah,
three guys through 6 games?
It's always tough when you have multiple different guys, in the huddle, calling the play, handling the offense, and all the rest of it. That doesn't aid in it. Again, we can't control those circumstances, so we do what we got to do based on injuries and health of the team. So that happens at a lot of spots. Obviously, we prefer to have just Jimmy in there and just stay in there the whole time, and hopefully we'll be able to get to that here shortly. But again, regardless of who's playing, I just know that there's a higher level for us, and we got to get to it.
You previously talked about how there's different leaders in the locker room and the way they lead and how they do it. How vital are they going to be, in your opinion, this week? Kind of moving forward to another tough team.
Yeah, I mean, again, I think we're 7 games in. We know where we're at. Every game's different and difficult at the same time. This one's going to be against a really good football team. Playing at home. We'll deal with that environment, but I think our leaders have done a great job regardless. I think some of the best qualities of our leaders have shown through, in the times of adversity, which is really when you need them, So, look, I think sometimes, the feeling after you lose, doesn't feel good at all. But I also think the way to, improvement is also clearer, because you sit there and you look at the reasons why we didn't play well enough, and you can kind of see, what we need to do A, B, and C a little bit better. And if we do, I think we'll be a much better team. So I think our leaders will have a good attitude, a good approach. We're all accountable, starting with me. So we got to do a better job. And if we do, then, there's going to be a better result.
Coach, like you said, you're only 7 games through. How do you, as the leader of this team, help the team itself keep everything in perspective?
Just by staying the same, I've kind of been the same, the whole way. And we're not going to lose our mind today. We're just going to kind of try to, again, fix the things that need to be fixed, and take the same approach after we win or lose. Try to address the things that we can do better and correct. That's football. That's the nature of the game. Look hard at some of the things that we are doing and see if there's things that we should be doing differently or more of, maybe some things less of. That's what you always do as a coach, especially after a game where you just didn't feel like you kind of, you didn't hit the nail on the head, necessarily with what you were doing. So we're going to look hard at ourselves. Then we're going to try to, provide a really good plan this week, so we can go and play fundamentally sound and be aggressive, play fast and aggressive, and play with great effort, and try to get back to what we know we can be.
You have an update on Diablo?
I do not have one yet.
The defense has been playing really well. Were you surprised that the Bears were able to run as much as they were, and did the missed tackles as well?
Yeah, I didn't, I don't think we tackled well. I mean, that's not a mystery. Gave up too many yards after we had an opportunity to contact the runner. So we're gonna need to work on that and try to shore that up. Yeah, I give credit to them. They did a good job. They had a couple unique ways to try to create space and separate the defense a little bit. We just, we're gonna need to play the run like I said, we had been. You had mentioned that we've been making some progress there. But just yesterday was clearly not our best. And there's gonna be some things that we can see today that will help us.
We'll do one more, Adam.
Third downs were a pretty big struggle yesterday offensively. Was there a common denominator as what you could pinpoint from that?
Really, it was both ways, Adam. Honestly, we gave up too much, on defense, and we didn't convert enough on offense, and it really wasn't third and forever. That wasn't the problem. It was mostly third and manageable, 3rd and 5, 3rd and 4, 3rd and 3, things like that, and those plays usually result in tighter coverage, and we just didn't do enough with our opportunities when we had it in a down and distance that we felt like we could convert on. Just had some opportunities, we just didn't make the play. So we'll look at what we're doing there too, see if we can. We had a good week the week before, and we're going to need to play well on third down if we want to possess the ball and control the field position, control the clock, control the game. We're going to need to do better on third down.
I know Carlson was able to play through
Yep.
yesterday. Is there any concern?
I don't have an update on Daniel. Again, I think he was okay. Again, it wasn't something crazy, but we'll see here this morning after he sees the medical people.
All right.